Hi, Mrs. Guera.
Hi, Mr. Guera.
You look lovely this evening.
Oh, thank you. As do you.
Oh, thank you.
Thank goodness we're married.
Yeah, right. So, first episode.
Yeah.
And
this is great.
It is great. You know, we've been talking a while about getting this thing going and sharing our journey, the challenges, the victories, all that stuff with an audience who cares to tune in. And you know that because of our intended outreach, there's a lot of people that can, you know, gain some knowledge, you know, some experience, or, you know, just from what we're doing.
Yes. The entire business is designed to help kids, to help people.
Mm-hmm.
But in sharing our story as being parents and people who have jobs and also are building a business, I think we can help people that are also trying to hustle.
Yeah, for sure. People who have a side hustle, entrepreneurs, parents, teachers, you know, so let's get into it.
Okay.
All right. So Buzu Trading Cards.
Yes.
I would want people to know right off the bat that it's a multi-tiered brand, I guess I would refer it to as. It's got 3 different components.
Yes.
So there's the trading cards proper, and they all have QR codes, right? And there's a variety of different kinds. We can get into that some other time, but these trading cards we put our all into, and when you scan these QR codes, they take you to a educational video. Now these videos, they can be applied to, I mean, they're pretty much directed at younger artists, but even somebody our age can benefit and older, you know.
Absolutely.
Somebody who maybe always wanted to be an artist, but needs kind of the building blocks to get there.
Yeah.
So that's the first part. I'm planning on in the future calling it Buzu University, for when it's a full-on curriculum that you can have in the form of cool trading cards.
That's really awesome.
Yeah.
But it's not just the fine arts that I love about it. It's the educational aspect of it, of learning about the plant cycle, learning about the water cycle, state standardized test questions,
right?
Just learning about silly things like what whipped cream is made of. Like there's just a vast knowledge base in these cards that I think people will also find valuable. You know, if you're not even into necessarily the art itself, you're going to learn a lot, which is great.
I've learned a lot. About things that I have no business learning about, but that's part of the fun.
Yeah.
And that's something to be shared with other people.
Yeah.
Really, everything that we're trying to do is imbue and invest nothing but value in these cards.
Yes.
Right?
And not only, obviously, we have the art lessons, the education aspect, every single card on the backside has dice values.
Right.
And each card can be used as a character to play in the trading card game.
Yeah.
Which it's 2 to 6 players. So when you battle your friends, you battle your family, and you can play the game with any character that you want, regardless if it's an artisan card, a baseline card, or a custom card.
Right.
Which is really cool.
Yeah. We've tested the game already with a variety of different people from different backgrounds, different ages, and across the board, it seems very successful. People enjoy themselves.
I want to say it was Christmas 2021.
Okay.
And we went and we saw my mom, my dad, and my aunt. We tested the game with my parents, and I couldn't believe the amount of laughter and the amount of, it was very bizarre, but it was really great to see that, you know, just a game could be so much fun for people in their 60s. You know, that was a little unexpected, but that's what happened.
The third tier of the company is going to be the behavior management system.
Yeah.
Now, this one comes from my experiences as a teacher and understanding that, especially since COVID, behaviors are kind of becoming more and more of an issue at school.
When did you notice that there was a need? Like, what was your first experience that you were like, this doesn't feel right?
Well, you have a spectrum of behaviors with kids to begin with, right?
Yeah.
You're always going to have the super well behaved all the way to the needs a lot of support, right? So the need probably has been there since school existed, right? Because kids are kids. But I noticed that there was kind of a downturn since COVID. And because of that, the need and the urgency, I believe it's truly a pain point, not just for parents, not just for teachers, but also for principals.
Could you give a quick overview just how the behavior management system works at your school? Since your school is currently using the Buzu behavior management system.
Yeah.
Explain that.
Essentially, kids receive Buzu bucks, which is just play money.
Okay.
And they receive them for any time that they demonstrate any kind of good behavior. Kids
great.
save up that money and then they bring it to the Buzu booth and they spend it on Buzu cards and anything else that the school wants to set up. Toys, art supplies, whatever it is, they can come and, just because they behaved well, they are going to purchase something that they want. And that is going to encourage the positive behavior. And we actually have data over the last few years that, suggests that Buzu is very effective.
This is also a thing. Other kids that haven't gotten the rewards are going to see a line of kids.
Yeah.
And that's going to be motivation to behave better, in my opinion. Like, oh, I want cards. I want stickers, whatever. So I think that just seeing the line at the Buzu booth is pretty incredible.
Yeah. And it's very rewarding for me as a teacher to see that. But more importantly, I think that if there is relief to be had, right, our system is designed to kind of take the onus of, having to print out the play money, having to distribute the prizes or even find what the prizes are. All of that stuff, we've designed a system to take that off of the teacher's shoulders, off of the administration's shoulders, so that if you choose to give us the privilege of being on your campus, we're gonna do everything we can to kind of solve behaviors. It's never going to be 100%, but it's going to be significant and noticeable, at least as far as what the data says about our school. So that's pretty exciting.
And on our end, I mean, we're going to be doing our best to get grant funding to just gift the behavior management system to 100%. Schools. Yep. We don't really want anyone to pay for the behavior management system. Yes. This is something we want to gift to schools. So we'll do that through grant funding, through custom cards, through the open invitation challenge, which we should definitely touch on because that just launched. So do you want to explain the open invitation challenge real quick?
Yeah, sure. The open invitation challenge is a monthly, it's essentially a character design competition. You and I know how much fun it is to make these cards, to see a character go from concept to a physical card in your hand. It's really thrilling in a way that would surprise most people, I think.
It surprised me.
Yeah.
It surprised me because obviously I come from a cosmetology background. I'm not really artistically sound, let's be honest, but I do have a big imagination.
Right.
I created a deck card. I don't know if you have the original tennis turret that I drew. It was bad. It was not great. But then you took it and you created it into a deck card for the TCG. So it's an item card, I believe. But I was super happy to see it come to life, because I'm 38 years old and I can't draw to save my life.
Babe, I love you, but I'm going to correct you twice.
Oh,
The first correction is you did draw it.
Yes.
You created that card.
I did?
You created Tennis Turret. I didn't create it.
Did
you
I?
Did. Yes.
Oh.
And the second thing that I'm going to correct you on.
Evidently I created it. I forget.
That's okay.
It's been a minute. Yeah. And we're also we're pretty exhausted all the time. But it's worth it. I promise. I really think it's worth it.
The second thing that I want to encourage you is I do believe I still have, a sketch that you gave to me for a Buzu character is absolutely not something that I would throw out. So it is somewhere in my office, right?
Okay.
It's in a portfolio somewhere. And I can distinctly remember that sketch was good. It wasn't a bad sketch. And you're doing the face already. I'm telling you, it was
so
good.
Sweet.
I'm not being sweet.
You're so sweet.
I'm being real.
Okay.
And that's a correction in a loving way to tell you you're better than you think you are. This is kind of our business right here, right?
I know. That's what makes it funny. It's so much fun to visualize it and then to see it come to life.
Yeah, and that experience that you had, that I have, I want to give that to kids. What's in their head can become something that can participate and even be used in gameplay with a character that's from someone else's head. So it's important to hold this open invitation challenge, which is a monthly competition where one student is selected, not based off of skill level, but it's more based off of the originality of their idea and the effort that they put in. And the prize for that is going to be, I then take their card and I use my professional ability to re-render it so that on one side it's the fully realized card, and then on the other side it shows the student's original artwork, so they get to shine. What we do with those cards then is the student gets the original card that I gave them, but also their card gets mass produced and then given to the school, so it becomes another item that a student can get if they then save up their hard-earned with good behavior Buzu bucks and then purchase. So we don't sell those cards. We don't sell them for profit. They're used to motivate students to do better, to get excited. And because we're building up this video catalog of kids who have won, those videos can be played during morning announcements, or even if it's just in a classroom to give them that incentive, like, oh, there's this free competition out there and I could participate. I'm not even at that school, but I want to do it.
So, and you know, this is how I foresee it. You know that kids are going to come up to the booth and a kid's going to be like, hey, you see that card? I made that. And it's going to be like, the friends are going to be like, oh, I want to make a card too. I foresee, and that's already happened, to where like kids want to make cards because their friend made a card, and it just kind of ends up going viral.
If you look at the reactions to the winners that we've had so far for this competition, you see that they light up inside. You see that they're overjoyed. You see that they're, not only is this being my idea valid enough for a professional to take it on, but all my friends are seeing it, and it just lights you up inside, and in my hopes and my dreams, it becomes a memory for them where they never forget it.
And I'm sure at some, you know, realm, it kind of boosts their self-esteem.
For sure.
Because they actually did something that ended up mattering, you know?
And that is the foundational beginning. I mean, obviously it's blossomed into 3 entire different categories, 3 branches of our business, but that's kind of where everything starts from. It's a servant's mentality for these children. Right. The ones that are at homeschool, the ones who may have had art taken away from their curriculum at school, the ones that are gung ho about being art, but art is kind of a personal expression of oneself, so it can be solitary. So any artist that you've ever known or ever seen, there's a good chance that they're very insular with their creativity. It's so concentrated upon themselves that the best they can do is, hey, look at this. This is what I did. We present the opportunity for these artists and kids who maybe even believe that they don't have an artistic bone in their body to get involved and to participate, a sense of artistic community, where even kids from one school to another can get together and play this game using characters that they themselves created. And I think that, you know, for my part, that's definitely worth the mission. Okay, so can you tell them about A cards?
A cards, artisan cards. So A cards are the art lessons. So on each of the art cards, there's a finished art project on the backside that shows you what you're going to create, which is really fun. It goes through the whole art lesson. It also showcases the character's special abilities, which again, those special abilities are used in the game. Scan the QR code on an artisan card, do a whole art lesson, watch the character come to life. It's a lot of fun.
And in the video itself, you get these almost like chapters, right? Scenes. So it's art lesson, and then you take a small break for some education, right? And that's what we were talking about before. We suddenly discovered, how is whipped cream made? You know what I mean? How is caramel made? We've been over that one too. And it's not just food stuff, of course, but it's a broad spectrum of like, oh, that's interesting. And it's all themed within the character. Right? So you have these interstitials of art lesson, fun fact, art lesson, fun fact, art lesson. And all videos are formatted like that. So you do get the art, plus you also get some information.
The baseline cards help you to become a better artist. They're tips, they're tricks, they're ways to use certain, you know, art mediums to progress.
The words we use are tips and tricks, right?
Tips and tricks.
So it's not art lessons. It's like, how do you properly take care of your art materials? How do you clean a brush? You know, what are some suggestions for the environment in which you create? All that stuff is the baseline. How about the C cards?
C cards. Those are going to be awesome.
They're
the custom cards. They are the mostly original drawings that you created as a kid.
Correct.
You doctored them up a little bit and made them Buzu friendly.
Right.
And they teach kids, or kind of a study guide about state standardized test questions.
Right.
So that's really important because it helps kids study for the state test, which every kid going through school has to take. You might as well gain some knowledge that way while also collecting a cool character.
Oh, 100%. And just for the sake of differentiation, baseline, tips and tricks on how to be an artist. Custom cards actually show you the process of how to make something Buzu appropriate for the sake of the open invitation challenge.
That is correct. Yeah.
So what you get there is the same kind of video format, which is here's a state standardized test question, and we're going to use the process of elimination to come to the correct answer. But in between those scenes are these suggestions of, here's this character that I made when I was a little kid. It has, something inappropriate on it. Maybe it's a sharp implement, or something that's a little bit too extreme. Now, as a kid, I didn't have those guidelines. I'm watching G.I. Joe. I'm a child of the '80s, and PG movies then are not what they are today.
Yeah.
So my imagination was a little bit more. I hate to use the word graphic, but you'll see stuff that's like, oh, well, that's definitely not going to cut mustard for what our brand is today.
Yeah.
But that is an opportunity to use a non-example to demonstrate to kids what you should do. So through that process, I'm actually showing them like, hey, listen, if it's violent, if it's blood, if it's guns, we're not going to really do that. But what we can do is we can be creative in a school-appropriate way.
Yeah.
Can you tell them about the bubble sword, for example?
The bubble sword. So yes, the bubble sword is an item card in the TCG, and when somebody uses the bubble sword on you, it tickles you,
right?
Which is hysterical,
right? Yes. So it is a weapon. Technically, it's a prop. It's an item, but it's a bubble sword, right? So that's cool. You can be creative, just not in a way that's overly graphic or inappropriate. So again, just by the short amount of conversation we've had, I hope people can see how interspersed everything. There's a lot of crisscross.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We just talked about the appropriateness of the characters that we want.
Yeah.
But then you had to kind of talk about the TCG a little bit, because that is an item that you can use in the game.
Yeah.
So all across the way, we've tried our very best to find every little possible aspect of just giving value, to the point where whether you're a teacher, a principal, a parent, or a kid, you're going to look at it and find something that you genuinely think is pretty sweet.
Yeah. So this week I am working currently on Scrap Wrap Serafina.
There you go.
It's such a mouthful.
It is.
Who's coming up with these names? Oh, we are. That's right. Okay. So I'm working on her video right now. I just finished the card and the print. What are you currently working on?
Okay, so the website had to be updated. So I've been working on the website, and it's pretty incredible how much a triple platformed brand requires for thorough explanation. So I've been working on that for a bit, and I'm hoping to complete it sooner rather than later.
And then after you complete it, you're going to be working on the
Aces Gearborn.
The first custom.
Yeah.
So like the first legit custom, because we just kind of
reworked it
a bit, and to make it more valuable, because the customs before, they were cool, but they weren't awesome as they are.
100%.
Okay, so to kind of close out, what is the couple ways that a student could enter into the Open Invitation Challenge?
So essentially there's two ways. There's getting a Buzu blank, which you can either purchase from our website, buzushop.com, or we will make those available to schools who are participating in our behavior management system. So those can be purchased with Buzu Bucks for good behavior. So those are little 2.5 by 3.5 size, trading card blanks.
Cards, yeah.
It's like a hard paper that feels like a trading card, but it's blank. So you just draw it in there, come up with one a special ability, and you take a picture, send it to us by the deadline, and you could win. So that's one way they can participate.
And mind you, each character has 2 classifications, so we'll probably go deeper into classifications another time, but it is an important aspect of
100%.
Buzu. So
100%.
And what is the other way?
They can go to our website, and there's a PDF file that they can download and print out from home. And it's essentially just a larger version of the Buzu blank.
And that's at buzucards.com/OIC.
Correct. You can download it there.
Perfect.
All right.
Well, this was fun.
This was fun.
Let's do it again.
We're going to do it again. Yeah,
awesome.
All right. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with us. We will see you next time.
Bye.
boom, 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 boom.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.